Two cross-country truck drivers who said they were refused service at the Sioux Falls Dennys are now telling their side of the story.
Damon Whitfield and Hector Madera held a news conference today with their lawyers. They are planning a lawsuit against the national restaurant chain because of the incident in Sioux Falls. KELOLAND's Tom Hansen talked with the men today via Zoom.
I never been involved in nothing like this before, man. Like I said, we just came to get something to eat.
Truck driver Damon Whitfield can be heard talking to police on a video recorded on a phone on August 13th at the Sioux Falls Dennys. Today, Whitfield and his driving partner, Hector Madera, spoke with reporters via Zoom. The two men from Philadelphia say a waitress at the restaurant ignored them and served other customers who came in after them.
We just wanted to let you know that we're ready to place an order. And then she goes, well, you know what? I'm not serving you people. As a matter of fact, you can get your stuff and go now, or I'm calling the cops. And then that's when I'm like, are you serious? And then she snatches the menu and snatches the orange juice, and then she storms off and she went and she was on the phone.
Shortly after, the regional manager, who identified himself as Mike Fletcher, called police while driving to the restaurant.
The team called me and they said they're just like very confrontational and argumentative and like refused to leave the building and just harassing the team and kind of following them around the restaurant.
Okay.
In the meantime, Madera says he tried to salvage the situation.
You know, I waited for her to finish her conversation and I walked up to her and I said, excuse me, I apologize. Maybe we got off on the wrong foot. Maybe there was a misunderstanding. And immediately she just went from, no, there's no misunderstanding. I want you people out of here. You people need to leave. And the police are on their way.
Two Sioux Falls police officers arrived and asked the men to follow them outside.
I was humiliated. We were humiliated. I had to walk out of there with my head down, just ashamed of the fact that, because at this point we can't put up, I wouldn't want to put up any sort of resistance. I asked them how they viewed the response from Sioux Falls police.
Once we got outside, we explained what happened. They were just shaking their head like they couldn't believe that this is happening. And then the one cop, he went inside and he pretty much tried to do what he could to help. Fortunately, in our case, these officers, they were respectful. They were emphatic. They were sympathetic of, what we pretty much were going through.
Dennys released a statement which in part says, "We regret this incident and want to apologize to the guests involved. Clearly, we fell short of our own standards that day and are committed to making it right. As a matter of practice, we do not comment on any specific legal matters pending or otherwise." Lawyers for the two men say Dennys' response was lacking, and they plan to file a lawsuit because they don't want this to happen again. Tom Hansen, KELOLAND News.
A press release from Dennys says that the waitress who refused to serve the men has been terminated, and the employees at the restaurant have already undergone dedicated training.